Alright YouTube, as the title proclaims, we will be hydro dipping my lifting belt today because I want to make it look cooler and I don't want to spend a whole lot of money. So I'm going to take my existing spray paint and hydro dip it. Now I've hydro dipped a couple things in the past. I've actually hydro dipped shoes before and they came out pretty nice, and I've hydro dipped a phone case and stuff like that. So I've done it before. I have no idea how it's going to work, but we're going to do it together and see how it turns out. And maybe it'll inspire other people to do it. Maybe people will send me their lifting belts, and maybe I can like do it for them if they don't want to do it themselves. But other than that, let's just get right to it. Let's see what we can do. Also, gotta do the YouTube thing. Look, if you like the video, like it and subscribe, and you'll see my lifting content, and you'll see whatever random else stuff I do. I'm just a random dude doing random dude stuff. I'm just an ordinary guy. I work 10 days out of the week. I mean, that's just what I do. 10 days out of the week. Wait, what the hell am I saying? I work a full 40-hour week. I'm on overtime right now. Whatever. You get the point. Subscribe, like. I'm just trying to do my thing. Now let's get right to the video. So what we're working, this is what, if you're going to follow me and you're going to kind of do what I'm doing, this is what you're going to need. First, you're going to need a lifting belt. This is off of Amazon. I don't actually know how much it costs because I've had it for so long, but it's just a plain black and red belt or sort of something like that. And what you're going to need is spray paint. So what we're going to do is we're going for a Spider-Man theme because I love Spider-Man. So we've got black, blue, red, and white, and we're going to kind of combine those to make sort of a Spider-Man themed belt. And so I'm going to listen to music while I'm doing this. That's why my headphones are here. You don't need that. But you're also going to want like some sort of gloves. I'm just going to use plastic bags because I'm broke. That's for when you're hydro dipping it. You don't get your skin all hydro dipped, but you'll see when that comes. And what I'm actually going to do, and I would recommend if you're going to do this, that you do this as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tape the inside of my belt with green painter's tape, masking tape, whatever you want to call it. That way, when I hydro dip it, none of the paint will get on the inside, like where your clothes go, whatever. I feel like I'm saying that word weird. And that way, if any paint residue does rub off, it'll only be on the outside, so hopefully that won't be touching your clothes, if that makes sense to you. And then the last thing you'll need is a big jug of water. I used this tote and filled it with water from my well, so it's like freezing cold because I live in Wisconsin and it came from the ground, and I'm not kidding you, that water is cold. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and masking tape the inside of my belt, and I'll do that off screen, and then I'll be back with you guys. I'm just going to put on some music and mask tape it up, and then I'll be back. So later. Alright, the easy part is done. I taped the entire inside of my belt. Hopefully it'll stay while I'm hydro dipping it. And then I also taped up kind of like the metal part, at least a little bit, so that not as much paint gets on the metal part. So hopefully only the outside gets the Spider-Man themed coloring. What you do for hydro dipping is pretty simple. I might not be the best at explaining it. Maybe you can find a better video that explains it more better. But pretty much you take your spray paint, right? And you spray it into the bucket of water. And I guess it's easier just to do it, so I'll just do it. Alright, so the main color of Spider-Man is red and blue, right? And then we'll throw in a little black and white. So for the most part, I'm going to want to use mostly red and blue, and then sprinkle in some black and white in there, and I'll show you how you do it. So pretty much shake it up. And what you want to do is you just want to spray into the middle, just like this. And you'll see that it creates a little red kind of ball, like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the next color that you want. In this case, I'm taking blue because I want a Spider-Man theme. And what you're going to do is you're going to spray that, maybe at like an angle. Get a little bit of a different angle. Kind of spray that in there. And see how it creates another ring. Pretty much just like that. You don't want to use too much because then it gets globbery. I've had that happen. I haven't hydro dipped something in so long, so I don't know if this is going to work very well, but we're just going to send it. So next I'm going to take red again, and I'm going to spray red again because I want mostly red and blue. That's what I want. So maybe we'll throw a little red out here, and then maybe we'll do a little red out there. You just kind of want to make it random because, in my opinion, that's what looks the best, is complete randomness. If you want to go for a specific style, you're going to have to buy like a pre-hydro dip thing. I'm just going completely random with the colors because that's what I like. And yeah. Now see how it's kind of making a little design, you know? Now we're going to go in with some black and white. And I'm just going to keep doing this off camera because then I can just kind of think of how I want to do it. And then I'll be back after I am going to hydro dip because you guys don't need to watch me do this over and over again. You get the gist. This is what you do. You don't want to use too much. You want to kind of find the happy medium. And in my opinion, I like it completely random. So I'm going to do this and then I'll be back. All right. So this is what it looks like. I think it's going to be a pretty good dip. I have a good amount of color and I've got a pretty good pattern in there. So, I mean, really, we just won't know until after the dip, which is the super scary thing. Because if you mess it up, you're not re-dipping. You're not going to re-dip whatever you dip. All right? It's a one and done thing. You can try to do it if you really want to, but it probably won't end up that good because you're just going to have too much paint on it. Anyway, I've got a couple towels that I really don't care about, just in case, like, so when I take it out of the water, I can kind of drip it on that and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm just going to set you guys up in the best place I can, and we're just gonna go for the dip and hope it turns out cool. So let's do it. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. You take your plastic. I'm gonna take my plastic bag here, put it over my arm. Hopefully this protects me. So funny thing is I'm actually gonna do this with my shirt off because I don't want to get anything on my shirt, and I actually kind of care about this shirt. Actually, it's Spider-Man. Funny enough, it is Spider-Man. But I'm going to take my shirt off, and then I'm going to put these plastic bags over my arm, and then I'm going to dip it. So I'll be back when I have my shirt off. Ooh, cool. All right, this is how I'm going to hold it. I kind of taped this plastic bag, and pretty much I'm going to go in at an angle, just like this. Dip it right at an angle, and then let it sit for a little bit. And pretty much we'll see what it comes out to be. I hope it looks cool. All right, here we go. No going back from here. All right, here we go. Now go nice and slow and as steady as you can. That's the big key. And as steady as you can. I'm definitely gonna get some on my arm here, which is gonna be fine. And now, when it's all the way submerged, this might be cool. You're gonna actually, you want to wash away the water. I don't even know if you guys are seeing this. And now I'm gonna take it out of the water. I really don't know how this is gonna look. I think it turned out all right. Then again, it was a very awkward thing to hydro dip because of just how big it is. But it kind of turned out cool. All right, this is what it turned out like. Now it looks like I could have maybe used a little bit more paint, but I'm gonna wait for it to dry overnight and look at it tomorrow. And so this is where the best part of the dip happened, right here. It's kind of got the most, it's kind of got the coolest thing. And then up here was kind of the top of it. And then here was sort of the bottom of it. So it didn't get as much cool, but I kind of like the black background. It kind of looks cool. So I'm just gonna leave it and let it dry. And then tomorrow I'll see what it looks like. And then I put a clear coat over top so that the coat underneath does not so it stays longer pretty much. So honestly, I think it was pretty successful. It looks pretty cool. But we really won't know until tomorrow after it all dries. So, as you can see, I got it on my arm and on this hand. I don't know how well it'll wash off, but pretty much that's going to be the video. I may buy another belt off of... Okay, look. If you guys want to see me do this again, and I kind of want to just do it again for fun, I might buy another belt from Amazon because they're kind of cheap and re-dip it. I think I could have used a little bit more paint. It's really hard to gauge how much paint you need. So it's really, you just got to guesstimate and hope you're right. In all, it didn't turn out that bad. As I'm looking at it, I think it'll look pretty cool after it's all dried. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, please, if you thought this was cool. Try it yourself if you want to. Just make sure you have all the right equipment and, you know, don't be stupid like me. But it'll wash out. It's fine. It's just skin. Yeah. Subscribe, like, whatever. I'm gonna go now. Bye.
This is how it turned out. This is the next day. Pretty cool in my opinion. I'd say it's successful. Now I'm just gonna spray clear coat over top, and that'll protect the paint. And yeah, try it for yourself, guys.